What's up, guys? You are now partying with Fight Party KO. Come on in, let's party.
If you love boxing, like we love boxing, you got to come party with this Fight Party KO, baby. Party, look. I'm your man, ALLMIT. We got your man, Juice God over here. And I'm pretty sure you guys saw the vicious first round knockout by JARON Boots Ennis. So JARON Boots Ennis is back in people's heads right now. But we have an excellent show besides that. So Juice, talk to him right quick. Let him know what's up.
Yeah, man. You know what time it is. We got to break down some of them good fights that happened on Saturday. Like Almighty said, Boots got to it. First round knockout. And ARSLANBek Makhmudov made a pretty big statement, too, against Dave Allen by switching up his style and showing some growth as a boxer.
Huge.
And yeah. And then I know y'all heard about KEITH THURMAN and Sebastian Fundora getting postponed. So we're gonna talk about why that may be happening. But first, let's get into Mr. First Round himself, Boots Ennis.
Mr. JARON Boots Ennis.
What'd you think about the 45-second fight? I don't think it was literally 45. It may have been a minute and a half, but
domination. Boots are going in there to knock him out. For the most part, the first round part of it and the way he went about it, it was kind of reckless. He got hit when he hit dude with the uppercut. But it seemed like his timing was there and understood that even if he is throwing something, I might be able to get just a smidgen out the way while I'm throwing my uppercut. And the uppercut gave him the new baby calf legs, you know what I'm saying? And then and after that, JARON just tried to go ahead and finish him real quick. Got just a little bit of sloppiness in there with trying to finish him, but at the same time, I think he had his head set on getting the first round knockout. So it was like, I'm going for broke right now. The only critique, I would have wanted to see him just set it up a little bit more, even if it took another 15, 20 seconds. He went in there wild child. Could have got caught with something like that. I'm thinking about if that was Virgil Ortiz instead of Lima. But that guy started boxing at 18 years old, so Boots is just pretty much so like I don't give a fat rat's ass what you got. I don't care at all about what you got, sir. I'm just coming straight in and get up out of here. You know,
man,
what do you think?
It was impressive. It was impressive because Lima, he's a legit guy. You know, he's not the name that we wanted Boots to be fighting next, but he's still legit. And for that to be Boots' first fight at 154, and then just to get rid of the guy first round, dominant fashion, I'm impressed by that. I'm impressed by that.
Dominant fashion.
But the thing with Boots is like, I never questioned his talent. It was just always wanting to see him against the better names, the bigger names, and see somebody who can really push him to the limit, you know?
And also wanting to see him want the bigger names, because for a second, it seemed like he didn't really want the bigger names for a second. It was like, come on, man, you got opportunity right now to fight Virgil. You don't want Virgil? You got the opportunity to fight Devin at 146. You don't want that either? You got the opportunity to fight T.O. You don't want that either? Wait.
Don't want Brian Norman?
Right, you don't want Brian Norman? Right. So who you going to fight? Wiesma Lima? Hey, come on. And so that part of it had me a little disgruntled. I'm not going to even lie, because Boots was my #1 favorite fighter to watch, and to see him not wanting to smoke when other people like Abdullah Mason wanting to smoke, Kid Austin wanting to smoke. You got heavyweights out there, the young heavyweights coming up, Moses looking good in the ring. And so to see him not want to go up and you already got like around 30 fights under your belt, it's like, come on, bruh. We need some competition now.
Yeah, because what his best win is Stanionis, right?
Yeah.
Outside of that.
And what level do you give Stanionis as a fighter? Maybe a B?
Yeah, he's sort of in that B range. We were kind of waiting to see him against somebody, a bigger name also.
Right, exactly.
Because his fight kept getting pushed back with Virgil. So that was going to be his step up, I guess. But yeah, man, I'm super interested in what Boots has going on. I just don't want the opportunity to disappear, you know,
Agreed.
because there's
Absolutely
a
agree.
lot of great matchups at 154 that
Hmm.
could happen while these guys are all still there. But when you think about the possibilities or how long this window of time will be when they can
Hmm.
actually fight, you just don't know. Like, look, Sebastian Fundora just got hurt against Keith Thurman. And with that height, how long is he even going to stay there? He may go to 160. Like,
Exactly.
it may just be hard for him to make it. And he may move up. Or we know Virgil. He said, you know, the bigger he is, the more comfortable he is as far
Hmm.
as like making the weight cut
Right.
with that rhabdomyolysis.
Yes.
He
You do a good job at enunciating that word every time.
that, but I've heard it before. I've heard it
Okay. I
a long
mean,
time ago.
I just say rhabdo. You finished
Yeah,
it up, and I
rhabdo.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, but that is serious, man. Like it just makes your whole body shut down when you're like dehydrated. So I know
Hmm.
he doesn't mind moving up a different weight class, even to 160. So
Hmm.
you just don't know how long you have to make these fights.
Agreed upon. I definitely agree with that. Going to 154, Jaron seems like he's refreshed based on what he was saying. He wants to stay at 154 and become undisputed. Then going up to 160. So it seems like we'll see that Virgil fight at 154. He says it's
I
supposed
hope
to be the
so.
next fight. He kept saying that's next. That's the next fight. The ball is in their court. He said the only way they won't be next is if he loses to Erickson Lubin. If Virgil Ortiz loses to Erickson Lubin, he said then okay, then I might favor Erickson Lubin, but he wants the
Mm.
Virgil Ortiz fight next.
Yeah, I feel like for the culture that needs to happen.
True. Agreed.
For belts it would be good, but
Hmm.
just fight while y'all still can
I agree. And then go
in your
back and fight
prime.
Lubin. Yeah.
Yeah,
He called out Charlo. He called out Jamel. He said
I
I
like
heard
that
there was a
one.
little cub out there
I
calling me
like that
out.
one.
So he'll fight Charlo. I like that too. And he
I
said
like
he
anybody
said who
against
else? He was like, oh
Fundora.
yeah, Baccarat, you come on down too. And then he was like, who else? Oh yeah, Xander's eyes, we get you too. So he wants to stay there and campaign at 154 for a second. Um,
I know
I
he still
still
wants
think
that
he's
Crawford
gonna.
fight.
I still think he's gonna go to 160 soon. I think
Boots,
yeah, because of his age and height. So I think
and he gets bigger when
he
he's
gets.
not
Yeah, he does.
doing a weight cut.
He
Yeah,
definitely does. Yeah. So I just really feel like he may have 2 years of 154, if that. Then I believe he's gonna be at 160. So I hope he can get all the belts at 154. I hope he can.
man, the opportunity is right there.
Right? It's right there. But you got to
It just
fight all those fights back to back now. No
yeah,
more of that tune-up stuff. You just got to go in there and
right,
get them out the way. Then go
right.
to 160. Like, do it for your own health, Boots. Because you know you're not going to be at 154 that long. How tall is Boots? Like 5'10", 5'11", something like that?
He may be like 5'10".
Mm-hmm. 5'10", about to be in his 30s.
Let me look
It's
that up.
hard to make 150 something when you're a grown man. It's hard to make that. And so it's like,
Yeah, he's 5'10".
yeah. So it's like at 30, 5'10", it's hard to make 150 something. Go ahead, go to 160 and do your damage. But like build your brand at 154. Try to get
Right.
all those belts within 2 years, and then 160. Feel free. It'll feel good to you. You'll feel refreshed, juvenile. You feel, all of that. You just feel young and good instead of dehydrated. Like dehydrated, man, you just feel old. You feel elderly. You can't move the same. That's how I feel
Yeah,
when I'm dehydrated. How about that? I'll speak for myself. When I'm
everything is
dehydrated,
tough
like
when you dehydrated.
you don't have the same pop on your punches. You don't have the same snap on your defense. None of that. Feet don't move the same. Uh,
I feel like you don't think the same.
you don't. I agree with you.
It's
I
like
agree with you
harder to
on that.
process.
Yep. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pour a little tequila on that.
Ah, well,
Just a little
what you got over
something.
there?
We got the Cascaween Reposado today. If anybody know about the Cascaween, that lets me know you know tequila. You know what I'm saying? And if you do know about Cascaween, then I'm gonna say toast up to you. Smell it first. Make sure you smell that nice cooked agave, vanilla cinnamon notes. And that's a good little segue into talking about Virgil Ortiz. You know what I'm saying? So let me go on ahead and put this on while I sip this tequila because I think Virgil Ortiz is the perfect foe for JARON Boots. And it's one that's been building. Take a sip. Ah, there's my music. You know what I'm saying? There's my music. The perfect foe. We've been wanting this fight since 147. Virgil was the first one who couldn't make 147 no more. We understand Virgil, the Rhabdo. Now we're at 154. We feel like that fight can happen now. You know what I'm saying? Boots now seems motivated. I think everybody been talking enough trash about him. He might have heard, he did hear our podcast. We was like, we don't like how you moving, Boots. But not just our podcast, but he heard everybody else's podcast. And it was like, you know what? I got all this power and I'm not displaying it. People starting to turn on me. They can't be calling me no exhibition fighter. You know what I'm saying? Nothing like that. So I think he heard the message and was like, I got to go on ahead and get Virgil next. So since Virgil is next, I salute y'all. You know what I'm saying? But that's going to be lovely. I hope that Virgil comes in with a mariachi band and all that, man. Because
that would be hard.
You know, he's just a great Mexican fighter that you just love to watch. He fights Mexican. He breathes Mexican. He just kind of exudes that whole Mexican boxing culture. And I love it. I want to see the battle between De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn. So like, it's going to be good. Toast up to it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, how you feel Eddie Hearn is doing with Boots? I know we've seen Boots fighting in Philly a lot.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think he'll do in a different market? What market should Boots test and have a fight in? And do you think Eddie Hearn is going to be able to pull that off for him?
All right. Well, I like the agreement they said that they came up with. They said they talked to De La Hoya already about setting up the Boots and Virgil fight, and they wanted to do it in Dallas. And so Boots team countered back with, let's do it in Philly. And so then they agreed to do it in Las Vegas. So I do think Las Vegas is a good spot for both of them to build their name even bigger.
Right.
Ortiz may still have an edge in Vegas because of the huge Mexican community in Vegas and California and Texas and all that. But at the same time, it's like the mecca of big fights. And that's where Boots needs to be. He needs to be over there in the mecca of big fights. Have a nice big fight. Sell out a place over there in Vegas. Sell out the Radio Stadium. Sell it out.
Yeah, with Allegiant Stadium.
Yeah, Allegiant Stadium. Even if you don't sell that one out, you can do any one of those popular, engraved in your brain hotels like MGM or Mandalay Bay, Caesar's Palace. Bring Caesar's Palace back to the mix on boxing. They had some huge fights. Why? De La Hoya used to fight at Caesar's Palace a lot. So he could bring that whole thing back. I just want to see the big fights being in big locations to where it's celebrated. The fights are celebrated there. When you have fights in these off cities, the moment, the occasion is not there all the time. And so
you're right.
I'm enjoying the fact that it's going to be in Vegas.
Yeah, that's good for him. I just want to get Boots out of Philly only, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping he would fight Brian Norman in Atlanta.
I was hoping that too.
I feel like that would be good for his brand and to get more people aware with what he has going on. But he does have a strong fan base in Philly. I just don't want to limit him to that.
I don't either. I don't want it to get to the point to where he can only do a Philly show, or people know that he can only do a Philly show. One, it's going to come off like, oh, okay, you got your cheat code over there too. You got all the refs lined up. They in your pocket. You're in Philly.
Mm-hmm. Got the crowd in your favor like crazy.
Right, exactly. Fight in a nice, neutral, big city or big fight city location. It could have been in
New York.
It could have been in New York. Yeah, it could have definitely been in New York. Could have been in L.A. Well, LA is definitely Ortiz advantage. So we're not gonna say that one. But the point is one I'm making is not a home plate for Boots Ennis, and you're in a big city where they enjoy big fights. That's all
Right.
that is, And they know how to put on the show. The city knows how to put on. It's gonna be an after party here, after party there. Or if you're in Vegas, after this, you go into the casinos. You got such and such performing at Dreas. You got such and such performing at Cosmopolitan. Things like that. It's just big fight ambiance, big fight experiences, and that's what we want. That's going to bring back boxing to being like the top sport that we used to love. Now we're going to have some free boxing too with Paramount. Shout out to Paramount, you know. So
Yeah, it's gonna get interesting.
yeah, it's going to get real interesting.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
Boots, hopefully you're able to fight Virgil next, or any of those other big names. We'll see what happens with the Keith Thurman Fundora fight as well. I know they said it's postponed. Well, we'll get into that later.
Hate that.
Yeah,
But, hate that.
because they got the whole undercard that's pushed back too.
Hate that.
Man, I want to show some love to that heavyweight fight we got midday Saturday.
What a shocker. What a shocker. Look at that man's face, boy. He can't do nothing but fight.
Like that's not who you want as your opponent.
Right. At all. That's not who you want just in the house with you, period. Like, what's that your dad, boy? You getting straight A's. You always at home on time. Like, you ain't trying to put up with that.
Not at all.
Right. If you're a female and that's your daddy, you ain't getting no dates. At all. Like, nah, it ain't worth it.
Yeah. Bring him to the house.
Right.
I want to meet him. Yeah.
It ain't worth it. It ain't worth it at all. But surprising to see that he started off kind of like
ARSLANBEK.
Yeah, ARSLANBEK started off in that whole I'm going ahead and break you early phase. But they called him the Russian Mike Tyson, but he did have a little bit more poise this time with his punch selection, even when he came out heavy in the first few. I was like, okay, well, he's still putting the punches together pretty well. It's not like he just out there throwing wild punches or nothing like that. And I saw what Allen's plan was. So even after the first 2 rounds, I was like, okay, well, ARSLANBEK is up, but I think Allen is winning as far as the strategics. Allen is just kind of playing it coy. He want to go ahead and get this guy tired. By the 4th round, ARSLANBEK was kind of breathing heavy, breathing out of his mouth. It started taking a few steps backwards. Like, oh, okay,
right.
Plan is starting to cook now. 5th round, I actually gave to Allen because I felt like Allen did some good work in there after ARSLANBEK got a little tired and gassed. And rallied a little bit. So I enjoyed that. I was okay, I'm going to get that round to Allen. I was like, good time to go ahead and start changing the tide. Most times people, they want to change the tide after the 7th round. It's like, no, you done already gave up half of the fight now. So it's like, okay, you started at the 5th round. All right, Allen, I like that. But then the 6th round, couldn't really do too much. 7th round, and then it was a point deduction. So it was an even round there because Allen was losing that round. There was another, ARSLANBEK continued to pretty much so dominate.
It's kind of like Herkovich, though.
I know, right? He continued to dominate primarily because he had to catch his breath. So he started fighting off the back foot. And I didn't realize he could fight off the back foot as well as he could. And when he started doing that,
I didn't know he could do that at all.
He started doing that with nice, straight, crispy punches, too. He never really got too wild, anything like that. And I was like, okay. And you can see he was catching his breath, and then all of a sudden he was at a pace to where I can keep piecing you up like this and keep my breath. Okay. And so later on in the fight, Allen tried to come on a little stronger, and it seemed like he was a little tired. Because at the same time, he doesn't do any head movement. He just pretty much walking straight in. And even though he's blocking a lot of it, you're still absorbing a lot of that energy. Absorbing it from somebody who wrestles bears and deconstructs houses with his hands. You're still absorbing all of that. And every now and then still getting popped with one.
Right.
You're blocking, and you're absorbing energy, and then all of a sudden you get caught with one up the middle. And it wears on you. And ARSLANBEK was going to the body as well. So,
Yeah.
you know, Allen, I think, got tired come round 10, round 11. He went for it, but it was too late. And ARSLANBEK was already in the rhythm. Doop, doop, doop. He started finding the uppercut. Doop. Allen found the uppercut too. Knock on front. Allen started finding a nice little uppercut. It was like a cartoon uppercut.
Yeah, he
We
did.
saw ARSLANBEK's head go flying back a few times.
He
but
did.
Not enough.
Yeah,
Not enough.
I was impressed with ARSLANBEK because he looked like he improved to me, and he added some tools to his game, and that's respectable to do. Like, as you're already an established pro, to keep learning, bounce back from losses, use the losses as material on what you need to work on next, and then come out and show the adjustments against a tough opponent. Yeah, because Dave Allen is he's very like sneaky, and he knows how to get some offense off. He likes to work in the clinch and kind of catch you when you're not paying attention, and when you're kind of smothering yourself, he can create space for a shot real quick and rip something on the inside, or just kind of wear you down like he did with Johnny Fisher. Really in both fights, but especially like the first one, he kept like throwing the right hand when they be clinched up, and it just kept like getting through. Even if Johnny was trying to block it, they just be kind of clinched up, and then he'd throw it like and then it just started, as he kept hitting him on that spot, he started to get a little rocked and stuff like that. But man, ARSLANBEK realized he's like 6'7", and then he boxed like he's 6'7".
Right.
He used that range and controlled range, and his defense was better, but he used his offense as defense. So he was throwing, like, discouraging Dave Allen from getting into that close space where he likes to work on the inside. I was impressed, even like him, ARSLANBEK, keep staying off the ropes and moving to open area.
Finding the open real estate.
It was good. I didn't expect. I thought if anything, it'd be like an early knockout. I wasn't expecting somebody to just outbox the other guy.
I agree. I thought it was going to be an unga bunga match, and if anybody had more strategics, it was going to be Allen playing. Okay, let's start off slow, wear you down, and that was going to be like the main strategics. And then I'm gonna come on late at the end after you done unga bunga yourself out. But then it turned into more of a chess match. And it was like, wait a minute, these two Neanderthals playing chess? Like, damn, the bear versus the beer fighter. Like, y'all playing chess? Would have never thought it, you know?
Yeah, they
actually sitting down with a chessboard in front of them, and they hit the clock, click on you, next move, click on you. But meanwhile, they look like Unga Bunga. They look like Captain Caveman. But they playing a civilized game of chess. Check. Hit the clock. Moves on you. And that was just interesting to see. I had an appreciation for it. For some, I can see how it made the fight a little boring because you were expecting the Unga Bunga knockout match, and then all of a sudden you got a chess match between two big guys. And but for me, I enjoyed seeing that. I enjoyed seeing how he made adjustments. He being ARSLANBEK, seeing how he made those adjustments and how he kept draining Allen. I thought Allen would have a little bit more in the tank, but he didn't. But he had to keep putting up with some heavy artillery, absorbing all that punishment. Whether he got hit with it or not, it's just you're still absorbing it. When I'm catching the mitts for your punches, I'm still absorbing that energy. Putting on the body protector, you just welding away with those body shots. I'm absorbing a lot of that energy. I'm tired. It's time to go on break. I need something to eat.
Yeah, the more you take, the more you get worn down. Man.
So 11 rounds heavyweights. Yeah, I mean 12 rounds heavyweights. By the 11th round, Allen just didn't really have too much more to give. He was trying, but he would throw one big shot every 30 seconds. But that was it.
Right. And he was kind of missing. And
yes.
But it's a very fun and interesting fight. Interesting matchup too. Good 50-50 matchup.
Yeah, it was good. I don't really want to see it again,
No.
but it was good. I enjoyed it. I want to see them fight someone else again, and I'm
Arsenbeck said he
hoping.
want AJ next.
I want to see it. I want to see that. Uh huh.
I think
I
that'd
want
be
to
a
see
good
that.
matchup.
Right, and I wouldn't mind seeing Allen against Deontay Wilder. I want to see it. Since he
Yeah.
wants to try to wait people out to the late, well, can you take the punishment of Deontay Wilder's right hand until then, until you can go on ahead and get him out of there?
That would be interesting.
British crowd loves Allen.
Yeah. Because
America
out of the
loves
two of
Wilder.
them, out of Arsenbeck and Dave Allen, who you want to see fight more?
Arsenbank. Just because he can do more. I like a real complete boxer. Allen, he seems like he has a high boxing IQ for what he does. Like he waiting on you to get tired. He's, want to counter punch with you, throw a punch when you throw a punch. My chin is better than your chin. But to just see someone just keep walking forward, taking punishment, not really my style of boxing.
Yeah.
Um, all right, maybe you got a granite skull and that's your gift, but I want something that can translate into me being able to teach it as well. I'm not going to teach anyone, just keep walking forward. You know what I mean? And take punishment all day. All right, just keep your hands up. Just keep walking forward. No head movement, no nothing, no footwork. Just keep walking forward.
Right.
Mm-mm. I don't. I can't get into that. It's fun to watch when it works on someone. When you see someone young and they throwing all they punches early and they get winded, and then Allen just sneaks them from the eighth round on, and the crowd goes crazy. But nah. They even tried to sing "There's Only One David Allen." It didn't. It didn't help. You know. They try to get they try to get behind the British fighters, and that song goes for all of them. It used to be Ricky Hatton's song, but I guess since Ricky Hatton died, they just like, all right, we'll let Tyson Fury use it too. We'll let everybody else use it. There's only one David Allen.
Uh-oh.
They're like, relax, man. Tell them to quiet down until you get some work done, because it ain't working. But it was a fun fight. Very fun.
Yeah, I want to see Arslanbeck versus Fabio Wardley.
I like to see that too.
That would be
I
interesting.
like to see that too. Or against Joseph Parker. I want
Yeah.
to see him in there against all the second tier heavyweights. I want to see him with Dubois.
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Heavyweights are just, they got some great matchups.
Yeah, they got some real good matchups. Even though they may not be A+ fighters, the matchups are good. Moses Atama get in there. I know he's a little
Yeah.
young right now, but I still want to see him get in there and start making some moves in the heavyweight rankings.
Heavyweights, man.
Right.
We got to see what Usyk does.
Yeah, we do have to see what Usyk does. Arsenbeck and Xander Zayed. I'm sorry, Big Bang Zhang. Big Bang Zhang.
Zhang?
What's his first name?
I got Zhang in that. Gile?
Ziley Zhang? Or yeah. Ziley?
Gile?
Okay. Zhang, yeah.
Yeah, I like
to
that
see
one.
Yeah. So.
Well, I like Zhang in that one.
You like Zhang in that one?
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know now. I'm gonna go with. Oh, that's a good fight. I don't know, cause seeing that boxing exhibition that Arsenbeck put on just now, Zhang gets tired.
If Arsenbeck gonna fight like that,
Yeah, Zhang gets tired.
he's a lot better than what he was. Just trying to go for the knockout early.
That's a good fight though.
Yeah. I feel like heavyweight matchmaking is easy.
It is easy.
I still want to see Jared Anderson fight.
Yeah. Him and Moses Atama.
Ooh, Arsenbeck versus Arsenbeck or Dave Allen versus Big Baby Miller.
I think Big Baby Miller beats Allen on work rate. Um, I don't know if Allen's punch is as big as like the guy who sat Allen
W-
down.
With that matchup, I think that I just think it would be more competitive because
Uh-huh.
I know they both like to work on the inside. So
Mm-hmm.
it, it's just going down. It's going down if Dave Allen fought Big Baby Miller. There ain't no backpedaling, fighting out the back foot. It's just gonna be
I just don't see Allen knocking
the
out
inside.
Miller. And if he don't knock him out, I think he'll get outworked.
But Miller is there to get hit.
You know what? Big Baby Miller, not Anderson. I'm thinking about
Oh,
Anderson. Big Baby Miller. I think Big Baby Miller wins that. Yeah. I think Big Baby Miller. I don't know. Allen got one of those chins, man, where he just does not get knocked out, huh? But I got Big Baby
yeah,
Miller winning that.
he's tough.
Because he's in shape now, too. Big Baby Miller, he started to take his fitness a little bit more serious
Yeah,
after that Dubois fight. And so I think he'll outwork David Allen and land some bigger punches, too. Yeah. I still want to see the Battle of the Big Babies, too. I still want to see that.
I don't think it's gonna happen
I don't either.
because that
Which
was
is a
supposed to be on the
shame.
Canelo
Which is a shame.
Crawford undercard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Big,
Yeah.
Big Baby Miller had a couple fights fall through for that. He was supposed to fight Michael Hunter.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's
Yep.
messed up.
It is, man. But
Um,
salute to ARSLANBEK, and I want to see what else both of you guys do, ARSLANBEK and Allen. Just because of the fandom with Allen, it's kind of like not your skill set, but you always kind of in the fight. Like Allen versus Derek Chisora.
oh yeah, yeah, that's solid.
Something like that.
That's solid. Joe Joyce,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
man. So we got to catch everybody up to what you
What
may
did
have
I
missed.
miss? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. What did I miss? Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. I like it. Fundora and Keith Thurman. Fight canceled. Oh,
They're supposed to
that
fight October
hurt.
25th. That was the
It's
main
right
event.
around the corner too. It was
Yeah,
like, I
gonna
wanted to
have
see that so bad. I wanted to see what else Keith Thurman had in the tank, and now
they
he got to
they
wait
were gonna
another.
have Oshaki Foster versus Stephen Fulton on
Stephen
there.
Fulton.
There were some
Oh,
other good fights on there. I believe
um,
PBC is one of their important events, I guess,
yeah, it is.
because they don't really have like since they had their deal with Amazon Prime. How many events have they been doing per year?
I, I,
Not a lot.
PBC barely does events right now, man. I hope PBC can make a comeback, man. But it almost seems like they don't want to make a comeback, and they just
Mm.
making an exit strategy. So I don't know, man. I want to see PBC stick around. I want to see Top Rank stick around. I want to see everybody stick around because
Top
I
Rank is
don't know
just no deal right
exactly
now.
how TKO is going to be. You know what I mean? I want TKO to be its own thing, but we can still have an option of what we want to watch. And so
Yeah,
if PBC is out or just acting real slow, then that slows down like Benavidez, the Charlos, if Spence making a comeback, the Fundoras, the Timzoos, the Thurmans, and all that kind of stuff. But Turkey is working with them now, though.
yeah.
Because Turkey supposed to be working with the T.O. and Shakira Stevenson fight. But who knows what's going on with that. But to stick on this topic right here, Thurman, I want to see who can Thurman fight next. Like, how long is this
How many
postponement?
fights does he
Like,
want?
exactly. He's 35, 36. And we're accustomed to him being injured and not being able to fight for a year or two.
Right.
So it's like, hurry up and let Thurman fight while he's ready. I was hoping they could find some kind of replacement and just let Thurman.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
but it got to be,
36.
yeah, it got to be pay-per-view though, because that's what they were planning on. Yeah. So maybe If Charlo could have stepped in there real quick, that would have sold. Like Charlo versus
Charlo
Thurman.
Thurman.
Yeah, yeah. Because Jamel got to prove something since he didn't do nothing against Canelo, and Bud came in there and wiped Canelo's nose. So now I know Charlo, you got to want to prove something, man. Why you just say, hey, I'm ready. I want to fight Thurman. That's what you should have said if you was a big dog. If I don't know if you're a big dog. And that's what we want to find out, Charlo, because you ain't fight Canelo like a big dog. Terrence fought Canelo like a big dog. You
Yeah,
didn't,
Terrence is
you
the big
know?
dog.
Right. And I thought you was a lion. So I know you want to prove that you still a lion, let alone a big dog.
Hey,
But right now, your
no,
food
I
ain't
ain't
even
even
on
gonna
the
do that.
porch.
I ain't even
Charlo,
gonna
your
do
food
that.
ain't on the porch. Your food outside getting wet, soggy with the little dogs. You know what I'm saying? Little dogs don't eat on the porch. Okay? So no soup for you. Your food is outside. Okay, Charlo? Until you
Oh
prove
man.
that you're a lion again. You got to prove it. So just go on ahead and step in there, man.
So
Rick
we got
Glazer.
Rick Glazer. The real reason the Fundora Thurman show was off, it was DOA, dead on arrival. No
Mm,
ticket sales, as in none. And without
mm,
any pay-per-view guarantees from Amazon, coupled with the fact that PBC pays y'all production costs, it would have been a financial bloodbath. It's boxing
mm,
the PBC way.
mm.
He goes on to say, he quotes, PBC canceled Fundora Thurman because PBC is in the ish house financially, can't afford any more loser shows, and they're running on smoke and mirrors. If Louis DeCubas was a funeral director, people would stop dying. As for a very sickly Al Heyman, no fighters are thanking him anymore, nor should they.
Mm.
So,
Damn.
no, what did they cancel it because hey, we're gonna lose money on this event? We can't afford to lose money. Working with Amazon Prime, we don't want to put up bad numbers. Amazon
I can
Prime
see.
has access to NFL. They got an NBA
Mm-hmm.
package. Like they don't need boxing. They
Right.
don't need boxing. They're just promoting
Ah.
their material on Thursday night football and things like that. Like if
I
boxing isn't
hate
bringing
that.
in the viewership,
I hate
that
that.
puts a lot of pressure on PBC to maybe cancel an event. We see they got Tank fighting Jake Paul, trying to put up some
Right.
sort of numbers and some sort of something.
That's crazy.
Um, oh, what do you think about the possibilities of this? You think there's a chance that it wasn't looking too good and they just canceled the whole thing?
Yeah, by the fact that they let Benavidez go over there and work with Turkey, they're working with Turkey for the T.O. Shakur fight. It almost seems like PBC is going to get absorbed by that whole
Riyadh season.
Riyadh season movement. Um, they're paying, they're putting on the big fights. As long as they're not going to be all the time in Saudi Arabia, that's one of my biggest gripes about it. And you got some other political and social issues that's going on over there that a lot of people don't feel is right and things like that. But we let some other people really dig down into that. But as far as I'm concerned, that whole big fight event part of it, that's part of the experience. It's almost like going to an NFL game and they're telling you, okay, you can't cheer too loud. You know what I mean? There's no alcohol being sold. Um, it's no cheerleaders. Um, you know, I, so, so it's like you kind of bringing the entertainment value of the whole thing down. I understand it's a business, but it's the business of entertainment. So people want to go out there and be entertained. And part of it is women enjoy fashion. Men enjoy women who enjoy fashion. So that's part of it too. Like people getting their hair done to go to the big games. That's part of it. People getting
Right.
their hair done, get their outfit right to go to the big fight. That's part of the culture of boxing entertainment. I mean, all the big fights for as long as you know it. You look into the front row, you seeing a bunch of fur coats. You seeing everybody blinged out, people in their best. Um,
Nobody's slouchy.
yeah, nobody slouchy really in the front row. unless you somebody's cousin-in-law who you didn't even know no better, you came up because your cousin's fighting, and oh, okay, well, I just happened to have this seat. But hopefully, even he told you to bring your Sunday's best. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just part of it, man. And I hate to see that die down. I would hate to see that just go away, and it become real calm and mild mannered and things like that. It's boxing. It's a pugilist sport. You want?
I wonder what PBC can do to turn it up.
They need Javante to be able to fight some people for real, for real.
Dang.
I think a lot of people would turn in for Javante Shakur. A lot of people would turn in for Javante Teofimo.
I think they would. I mean, whoever Tank's fighting, people are interested. So you get a name.
Right, exactly. Get a name. Can't keep giving me these B-class fighters, Tank.
Because who is the last opponent that we were like, oh, Tank, you need to fight this person, and he fought him?
Nobody.
Kind of like Ryan. People were asking for a Ryan fight.
Yeah, but with all the stipulations, it's hard for me to count that, especially when you admitted it. Like, hey, Ryan he agreed to everything. We was like, oh shit. He's like, we knew we threw some stuff out there, and Ryan just accepted it. And then to hear everything that came afterward, to where Ryan was like, I'm never doing that dehydration stuff again. So it's like, and then to see Crawford not give Canelo any type of rehydration clause and still beat him, it's like, all right, yeah, you did the Ryan thing, but you did it in a way to where it was just robbing the bank. Let me make sure I gone ahead and robbed the bank, and that was the death-defying feat, how well and how clean I could rob the bank. Kind of like, you're in high school and people making cheat sheets for the test. Mm-hmm. You spent more time making a cheat sheet than you would have studying the actual material just because you wanted to have the cleanest cheat sheet that anybody ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, look at this cheat sheet. Y'all gonna love how this cheat sheet look. You could have just studied for all the time and effort you done put in there. You done shrinked it down. You done laminated the son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? You done taped it up under your hat brim or your palm. It was the same thing like Javante was like, let me show y'all how well I can rob the bank on this. He ain't gonna be able to he can't gain no weight, he can't do this, and this, he can't do that, and that, and we're gonna fight. And I'm gonna make all this money. And that's what that fight was to me. Do I still think he'll beat him? Yeah, I do. But I'd still just rather see you beat him when he's healthy too. Once again, the whole dehydration thing is just different, man. If you've never been dehydrated and tried to do something, as simple as playing basketball. Be dehydrated and try to go play a game of basketball. It's going to be horrible on you.
Hard.
Don't eat for a day or two and be in the steam room losing all your water weight and then go play a game of basketball. It's going to be hard on you, let alone when somebody punch you in the face and in your stomach. No, he didn't get back up after he got hit in the stomach.
Hell, and that increases the chance of a concussion and everything.
That does. It does.
Yeah.
All reaction time is slowed down. You can't even train the same. So your training camp ain't the same because you dehydrated the whole time.
Yeah, you can't push yourself to the limit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Tough.
So, I'd rather see Tank, beat people away. Bud is beating folks. No excuses. None of that. No excuses, fella.
We want everybody to do what Bud's willing to do.
Right. So, Shakur was like, I go to 140 and fight T.O. Okay, Shakur, we see you trying to be great in your own little way. Do it then.
And you said T.O. is PBC?
Yeah, T.O.'s with PBC now. So, money team
and Benavidez, David Benavidez is PBC, right?
Yeah. But like I say, he's working with Turkey too. So
everybody's going to be under Riachi.
Right. Exactly. One, it's the interest is there. Turkey is a huge fan of boxing.
Yeah,
he wanted to see such and such them fight. I got the money to pay for it.
Yeah, we do need somebody directing it at the top like that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's real interested.
Agree.
Yeah, but yeah, it sucks. Whatever the reason. I mean, Fundora may just be hurt. It may just be a coincidence. They say he hurt his hand, but I don't know. It doesn't even. I saw hand contusion somewhere.
I can believe that what Glazier said, even though Glazier's sources may be questionable, but I can believe that. I can definitely believe that because everyone's that right there. Yeah, I can believe it. Yeah, can't afford any loser show. Or they're running on smoke and mirrors. Wow. I'm hoping that's not the case, but I can definitely believe it.
I
Mayweather
would
and
hate.
Al hadn't been like doing the most with each other together.
Mm,
Pause. You barely even see Mayweather too much now, unless he's just eating a lobster steak somewhere. He just flexing on you real quick. But you see Mayweather a lot more at the fight, seeing him promoting the fights and all that. You don't see it. And that was the boxing validity was Mayweather. You know, Al was more the I know how to promote and I can line this money up.
mm.
And so, it just it looks bad over there, man, because you don't see a lot of movement going on.
I'm scared for like we see where Top Rank is at.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want PBC to go in limbo as well.
Correct.
And just putting all those fighters on the shelf, kinda, and I don't know. I don't know. It's all weird without just one league.
Yeah, exactly. And like the payment of it, the payment plan with the whole TKO, Zuffa boxing, and all of that, they're not going to be paying as much as some of these big fighters are accustomed to making. So it wouldn't have a lot of incentive for them to go over there. So that's why I'm hoping that PBC and Top Rank and De La Hoya and Matchroom can then stay afloat doing their thing with the sanctioning body belts. But for the people who are not making all that kind of money, they might enjoy it. Let's say if you might get 5 grand for this fight here, 10 grand for that fight there, or you know, might get a 20 grand fight over here. You're in the league and you got a minimum of, $300,000 for the year. That's enough to quit your job and you could be full-time boxer. You know what I mean? Now, you're not getting paid as much as if you got that big championship fight and you could have made $3 million on that fight, but now you're on the salary, so you made your 300. But you can still support yourself, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. Um, I had to look at it from both eyes as best as possible on that. I'm like, they ain't gonna be getting paid, but I'm like, that's just the top boxers. The ones who aren't at the top, they're not making that kind of money
Right. Their pay
at
is way
all.
different.
Right. Like the people who on the undercard that come on at 12 p.m. You know what I
Prelims.
mean? Right. Like they not getting no big whop. They still got to go be an electrician the next day. They got to still go be a teacher the next day or work on that construction yard. Like
Mm-hmm.
everyone got something else they're doing. So if you could just, 300,000 where I can be full time, I can make a few investments, I can live my life.
Now it's something.
Exactly. You can have a 5-year career, make you total of like 1.5 or something like that. You can't say you wasted that time of your life. you know?
Hopefully, it's at least that.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Um, but I'm glad it's going to be free. It's going to be on Paramount, and I'm pretty sure that they're going to have the build-up shows too to help build the stars, to where it's something like UFC has, to where it's a whole camp, people staying in the same house together, and rivalries are being made at the house. So that rivalry end up being actually in the ring as well because you knew such and such got into it with such and such.
Yeah, that
Uh,
would be good to have the history of the
exactly.
fighters in the league to where you get to
Mm-hmm.
know them and stuff.
Yes, get to know those fighters. So I think all of that is a good thing. I think a steady pay to what you're going to be making for the year
That's really
versus,
good for people.
you know, hoping I get a fight, hoping I get a chance.
Mm-hmm.
That instant exposure to where if you got a brand, you can build your brand on, whatever you're into. Maybe you're that
Yeah,
extra
that'll be
stylish one to
interesting.
keep coming into the ring, and now you pick up a little styling. You know what I'm saying? Like learning
Yeah,
how to
but that'll
market.
be interesting because like with UFC, they're not allowed to have sponsors like on their
Not allowed to
trunks
have
and stuff.
sponsors. Agree. Um, but
So
when they
we'll see.
retire, they'll already have a brand name.
Yeah, but we'll see how we'll see what it looks like when it's in motion. We'll see how the fighters are feeling about it.
Like say you the swaggy dude who always showing up in your nice fits. You don't have a sponsor, but you just known for being that dude gonna come in with them fly ass pants every time. And then your career over, this, that, another. But you're already known for the dude with the fly ass pants, so it's like, okay, I got opportunities now. You might have been a dude known for drifting cars. You know what I mean? You're not sponsored
Yeah.
with nobody. You're just known for being that guy who love. Oh, he'll race you, almighty race you. You know what I'm saying? He'll get out there and take. Next thing you know, your career ended 5 years later. And I'm not saying 5 just in case it's a short career. You might have a long career and then we ain't even worried about it. But let's just say it was something real short. Boom, you at least made a name for yourself because you was out on free TV.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think fighters need to see that part of it too.
I hope so. I hope so.
And have a short contract, 3 to 5 years. You know, so if you do blow up, you out of the contract. Now you can go over there and fight for the WBC belt for some big money in Vegas. That's what I'm hoping. I'm just trying to think as positive about it as possible because I keep hearing a whole bunch of negativity about the whole league. And I'm like, all right, let me just flip on the other side. Let's just see if
Yeah.
it's something good that can come out of this. And
Yeah,
there was a lot of good.
it's just Dana White, how he set up the UFC. He's trying to implement a lot of the same practices, so people are kind of leery of fighters getting taken advantage of.
The whole Muhammad Ali Act and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was like, hey, you got a choice. Feel free. Stay up under the Muhammad Ali Act. It's just with the league, you can't do that. And so, you know.
yeah,
It seemed like that's what PBC was trying to do at first, and then, you know, they couldn't do it. They were like, all right, we're going to make sure everyone has their own management company or promotion company. Like all their fighters, for the most part, had, you know, their own promotional company. Because you can't step on the Muhammad Ali Act in certain ways. All right, well, I'm not going to be promoting all of them like that. They got their own promotion companies. Errol Spence had his own, Canelo had his own, Benavidez got his own, you know, all of them. So I think that TKO has some pluses, but that's me being a fan, not me being the professional boxer who has to get in there. But me just being devil's advocate on it all, I can see some benefits on it. I really can. I can see some nice benefits about it. You know, you may have somewhere to train year round at all times. You know, they have the whole little UFC gym that you have access to. They'll make a boxing gym, a Zuffa TKO boxing, Zuffa boxing gym or something like that. You always have access to it. It may come with some medical insurance or something like that. You know, it's different things that could go down that could make it right.
yeah.
It's just the fact I like the whole thing of knowing that you can be full time in your sport. If you're a professional, knowing you can be full time. You know?
Hey,
Hard being a school teacher knowing that, okay, I got to go back to teaching tomorrow. Hope I don't be face down, ass up after this fight because they're going to laugh. You know what I mean? It's like, no, be able to dedicate your whole craft to it if you're going to be a pro like that. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm just hoping they're not making like 40,000 a year or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
that. Hey, that's why I'm like, we got to see what
then
it is.
Gotta see. Because
that's not. I would just, if I'm getting punched in the face,
you got to make more than that.
By somebody who's my size, who's as good as me, if not better.
You got to make.
I want to be getting paid.
Yeah.
I want to be getting paid a lot.
Yeah, because then we're talking about longevity with kids and all that kind of stuff. You know, how long you're gonna be able to be functional with your child.
Right. You leave the league beat up. How are you gonna make money after that?
Right.
So,
exactly.
You know, it's already hard to make money as it is just being a regular citizen in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So you slow down your cognitive abilities or physical abilities, it's even harder. So just want the fighters to be taken care of. If they could have lifelong medical insurance, that would be dope.
Right. That'll be dope. It'll be dope. Yeah.
Because you don't need it. You don't need it now. You need it 10, 20, 30 years from when you get done. Because like you don't know what's gonna set in over time. You know,
have the slightest idea what's gonna set in.
Yeah. And you may have known, and then you forgot, and then you realize that you understood it, but you can't remember your name, and then you have Alzheimer's, but you don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Exactly.
or dementia. You
Exactly.
know what I mean? Dementia. Like the brain is so complex. You don't even know what's coming. Parkinson's, can come on. Like all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
Just want the fighters to be taken care of, not just used up, beat up to a pulp, spit out. They don't matter anymore. They're going bankrupt and stuff after they get done fighting. Like I don't want that.
Right. Now I
And
know. Go ahead.
that I that'll bring more people to the sport. I want the sport to grow, and
Right.
so I want more people to be able to sign up or train for boxing at a younger age.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just going into football, basketball, baseball, soccer, have boxing be a viable career path. Um,
Mm-hmm.
just kind of like have more of a pipeline like the other sports.
Yeah, agreed. And I know Zuffa is going to have to, have a maximum they can pay per fight because they probably have a certain budget that's put in by Paramount and things like that. So it still may be different tiers for the pay system. You still may have like, okay, if you're the main event on here, that fight will be $100,000 fight. If you
Hmm.
were the fight before, that fight may be a $50,000 fight. If you was a fight up under, that might be a $25,000 fight. And they can have that budget go along for every card. You see what I mean? So people understanding, okay, my minimum is going to be here. If I had 3 fights at the bottom tier, that's $75,000 for the year. Things like that. If I had 3 fights in the middle tier, I'm making around 150. Up here, I'm making around 300. And you might have fights in between those tiers, somewhere in there. But it's enough to justify you doing it full time. That's all I'm saying. So
Right.
where Zuffa can still make their money, uh, and the fighters can have just the security of knowing I can go ahead and do this full time. Hmm.
Absolutely, man. So we'll see what they come up with. Man, we're already at the hour pretty much.
Oh, dang, really?
Yeah, it
Okay.
didn't feel like it was that long, but
At all. It didn't feel like it
man,
at all,
that's the
man.
Sunday show for you. There's a
Right.
lot to talk about.
Yeah. I like it. Yeah. Well, salute to ARSLANBEK. You did your thing, but double shots out to Boots. You back in the good graces of people's chats and conversations and things like that. So until your next fight, you'll probably be saluted again as a super Boots and superhero this, superhero that. He can do this. He can change the world. All you need is Boots. They're gonna be on you again, Boots. So I understand people gonna be jumping on, jumping off. But part of that was because we didn't know how you was moving for a second. But so hopefully you get this Virgil Ortiz fight next. I'm not gonna hate on Erickson Lubin, but we do want to see Ortiz versus Boots more than Lubin versus Boots. But
Right.
Lubin, if you win, okay, cool. But I still want to see Virgil and Boots, just
Yeah,
cause.
that one needs to happen.
Yeah,
Opportunity was missed at 147. Let's get it at 154.
definitely. Cool.
And I feel like they
Anything?
may
Huh?
want a rematch too. Like let's get the ball rolling
Right.
while you.
Exactly.
It may be dope. Y'all make money,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Salute. Exactly.
Hmm.
Definitely. All right. Well, cool. Great show. Anything else you got on your mind, Juice?
No,
All
I'm
right.
good.
Well, yeah, great show. I'm your man, ALL Mighty. We got your man, Juice God over here. Together we are Fight Party KO. We appreciate y'all showing up and being a part of the party. Make sure y'all invite some more people to come out and be a part of the party. Leave some comments. Let us know. And we're going to holler at y'all. Just like that. And we are signing out. Oh, big dogs eat on the porch. You heard me, Charlo?